In this lesson, we are going to be thinking like engineers. So do you know what an engineer is? Why don't you pause the video and think about it for just a second. An engineer is someone that solves problems in our lives, and they usually use what they know about science to solve those problems. So today we're going to be acting like engineers and thinking like engineers to solve a problem of our own. We're going to use what we know about force and motion in order to solve a problem. So today we're going to think like engineers, and we're going to use the engineering design process in order to solve a problem. So the first step of the engineering design process is that you need to make sense of the problem. We need to figure out what we are solving and what the issue is. The second step of our engineering design process is to brainstorm possible solutions. And we need to remember that it's good to brainstorm multiple solutions whenever we're thinking about how to solve these problems. Step 3 is going to be to test and improve your solution. So you will have the chance to actually test and to use your balloon cars after you think about making them. So here's the problem I'm going to read to you guys. This past weekend, my friend and I each built a balloon car. And this is what my balloon car looked like. We had a race, but my car did not go as far as hers. Today, I need your help to create a balloon car that will go farther than others in a race. The car must be able to move on its own without you pushing or touching it. You'll be using what you have learned about force and motion to design and build a balloon car on your own. The materials in your bag is all you will have available when building your car. Once you've built your cars, you will test them to see how far they go in your own race. Now you might have solved a problem like this before, and if you have, I want you to think about what you can do better this time to make your design even better, because that's what an engineer would do. So let's make sense of our problem. Step 1 in our process is all about figuring out what the problem means. So first, we need to decide what is our problem. I want you to pause the video and think really quickly about what our problem is. All right, now I hope while you were thinking that you thought that our problem is that the car did not go far enough in the race. Our car here did not go far enough to beat our friend's car. So that is our problem. We need to make a car that is going to go farther, and we need to figure out what will do that. The next thing we need to think about is what are the requirements for a successful solution. So if you remember back to the prompt that I asked you, I said that a requirement was that the balloon car had to move without being pushed or touched. Only the air from the balloon is going to be able to move your balloon car. So that is a requirement for a successful solution. You can't push the car and cause it to move. It has to move on its own. The last thing we need to look at when we're making sense of our problem is constraints. And a constraint is something like time or materials, something that we are limited to. So for this specific assignment, you are not limited in your time. You have as much time as you need to build your own balloon car. However, you are limited in your materials because the only materials you can use are the ones available to you in your baggies. So now that we've made sense of our problem, I think everyone is ready to move on to our next video. So once you're finished here, go ahead and click on the video titled "Keep It Up," and we'll see you there.